So now that you've had some practice solving one-step equations, we need to look at two-step equations. Now the good thing about two-step equations is all they really are is two different one-steps combined together. So this time we're going to see both addition and subtraction and multiplication or division. So we'll see a kind of a combination of the two. So the first one I want to look at is this one right here. I have negative 2x plus 3 equals 5. The goal first is to get the x by itself. So I always want to start over here because this is the side with my x. Now notice that the x isn't alone. I have this positive 3 with it. So I need to get rid of that guy. Just like when I solve a one-step equation, I'm going to do that by adding a negative 3 or subtracting 3. If I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other, so I subtract it out. 5 minus 3 is going to leave me with a positive 2. These 3's will cancel each other out, and now I bring down what I have left over. Now with one steps, it was just a single x, but with two-step equations, now I have something a little more left over. Now I have negative 2x equals 2, so I'm not done. This is just another one-step equation. Now I notice between my negative 2 and my x, I'm multiplying, so I'm going to solve that with division, and I'm going to divide both sides by negative 2. Remember, when we're multiplying and dividing and we're undoing, our sign stays the same because negative 2 divided by negative 2 is going to give me positive 1x. Now I divide my other side out, so I have positive 2 divided by negative 2. 2 divided by 2 I know is 1, and since my signs are different, that's going to leave me with a negative 1. And there's my answer. Sure enough, if I were to check it, negative 2 times negative 1 plus 3 equals 5. I want to see if it works. Negative 2 times negative 1 is a positive 2, and positive 2 plus 3 does equal 5. So we're all good there. Okay, now let's come over to the other side of the page and let's look at my two-step with a division. Again, it's the exact same thing as our one-steps. We just have two one-steps kind of combined together. First thing I need to do, just like before, is I need to get this x to be by himself. Right now, I have a negative 2 with him, so I got to get that rid of first. I'm going to undo or get rid of that negative 2 by adding two positives, just like we did in a one-step equation. These 2's cancel, and negative 4 plus 2 is going to leave me with two negatives. Again, I bring down what I have left over. That's going to leave me with x over 4. Okay, so now I'm not done because I have x over 4 equals negative 2. Still don't have 1x by itself. First we isolate the x, then I need to make sure I have 1x. Here I don't have a full x. I see a fraction, so that lets me know this is a division problem. A division problem we solve by doing the inverse operation, which is multiplication. So I'm going to multiply by 4 over 1. Now remember, the reason this 1 is right here is because I have 1x on top. So what I'm doing is I'm multiplying by the reciprocal, which is just the fraction upside down. If I multiply the left by 4 over 1, then I have to multiply the right by 4 over 1. I can put a 1 under that 2 and not change it. And then I have top times top, bottom times bottom. Don't forget this negative sign right here. I have negative 2 times positive 4, which is going to leave me with a negative 8 over 1, or just negative 8 for our answer. Sure enough, if we were to check it, negative 8 divided by 4 minus 2, I want to see if it really does equal negative 4. If I look, negative 8 divided by 4 is going to give me negative 2, and negative 2 minus 2 does equal negative 4. So I'm good to go there as well. Okay? Again, like I said, these two-step equations are just two one-steps put together. So if you have any questions on how to solve one-step equations or how to do any individual pieces, go back and look at the videos for solving one-steps with addition and subtraction and multiplication and division. That's going to break down your steps individually, and then this video will show you again how to combine those two together. Okay? Keep doing well.